Pay homage to the Samma Sambuddha by reciting Namo Tassa 3 times before we start our Dhamma talk. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Faithful devotees, today also we are continue Mahāparinibbāna Sutta. Mara Yachan, the Mara Ayachana Katha means the request in Mara, because now Lord Buddha going to remind to Bhante Ananda. One time, Ananda, I was staying in Uruvela on the bank of the Neranjara river at the goat hut banyan tree, newly awakened, because after enlightenment, Lord Buddha was lived in the Uruvela on the bank of the Neranjara river. At that time, then Mara, the evil one, approached to me, and on arrival stood to one side. As he was standing there, he said to me, may the blessed one totally unbind now. Lord, may the unwell gone totally unbind now. Lord, now is the time for the blessed one total unbinding, Lord. When this was said, I said to Mara, the evil one. Now you see, our Lord Buddha, after enlightenment, was in the bank of the Neranjara river. At that time also, Mara approached and request Venerable Lord Buddha, this is a time to Parinibbāna. Please go to Parinibbāna. Go to Parinibbāna. Then Lord Buddha told to the Mara, evil one, I will not totally unbind as long as my monk disciple are not yet experienced, training, attain to confidence, discerning rest from the yoke, learned, maintain the Dhamma, practicing the Dhamma in line with the Dhamma, practicing mastery fully, living in with the Dhamma, declaring the Dhamma, after having learned it from their own teacher, teaching it, describing it, setting it forth, revealing it, explaining it, making it plain, well, refuting in line with the Dhamma, any opposing teaching that have arisen, teaching the Dhamma with its marvelous. Now you see, the Lord Buddha mentioned Mara, evil one, I am not going to Parinibbāna because I noted the monk disciple after successful Dhamma, after practice well, then I'm going to Parinibbāna. Same way, after successful my non-disciple, same way, after successful, my lay follower, Upasaka, and female followers. That's why Lord Buddha always told to the Mara, when the Mara requesting, still Lord Buddha not give the all Dhamma for the bhikkhu, bhikkhuni, upasaka and upasika. Because after sharing all Dhamma for the groups, for 4 groups, then Lord Buddha can go into the Parinibbāna. The same way, evil one, I will not totally unbind as long as this holy life of mine is not powerful, prosperous, widely spread, uh, disseminate among many people, well expounded as far as there are human beings and Deva. Now, that's what Buddha mentioned. The Mara, after uh, successful, after the totally stable the sasana in the world, and Deva and Brahma and all other peoples, when they understood the Dhamma, then I can go to Paranibbāna. This is a Lord Buddha's meaning. The same way Ananda, and just now, Ananda, I am staying in the Chapala shrine, Chapala Chaitya place. Mara, the evil one, approached me and on arrival stood to one side as he was standing here. He said to me, "May the Blessed One totally unbind now. Lord, may the one well gone totally unbind now. Lord, now is the time for the when the Blessed One's total unbinding." Now you see the after enlightenment also the Mara requested by this. Just now also when I was the Chapala pagoda, at that time also Mara requested me. At that time also Ananda, I already told to the Mara, after successful my monk disciple and and after successful the practice Dhamma, the non disciple and my lay followers disciple and my female lay followers disciples. Then until I get the experience of Dhamma, I'm not going to Paranibbāna. But anyway, Lord Buddha told the Mara, when this was said, I say to Mara, the most evil one, relax, please relax, evil one. It will not be long until the Tathagata total unbinding. In 3 months' time after now, the Tathagata will totally unbind. Then in the Chapala pagoda, the Lord Buddha, after received the request from the Mara, then Lord Buddha told the Mara, relax Mara, after 3 months from now, I'm going to Parinibbāna. Just now, Ananda, here at the Chapala shrine, mindful and alert, I relinquished the fabrication of life. Then Lord Buddha mentioned to the Bhante Ananda, I am going to Parinibbāna after 3 months later. Now, now you see the Mara always following Lord Buddha, because the Mara always want to request to the Buddha, please go to Parinibbāna, go to Parinibbāna. And Lord Buddha, Mara always want to make trouble for the Lord Buddha and for the disciple. That's why Mara always looking the Buddha and always requesting the Buddha, this is a time to Parinibbāna. Then Lord Buddha told to the Mara, until successful my disciples experience, I'm not going to Parinibbāna. But anyway, our Lord Buddha was live in the Chapala pagoda before 3 months Parinibbāna. Then Lord Buddha, after receive message from him, then Lord Buddha told to him, relax, evil one, I'm going to Parinibbāna after 3 months from now. Then Lord Buddha already decided. At that time, we remember earth also became quick. Earthquake appeared at that time. That's why the Lord Buddha already explained to the Bhante Ananda about the how Lord Buddha relinquished the lifespan. Actually, now we know the last 3 months of our Lord Buddha's lifespan, he never ever entered any samapati attainment. He already stopped all our attainment. He lived just the normal life, like normal person. At that time, Lord Buddha can feel but the body tired and the same way, but the thirsty and the body also very weak. Everything Lord Buddha can understood about the physical, about the weak of the physical body. Anyway, at that time, after listening this word, Bhante Ananda also want to request something from the Buddha. When this was said, Venerable Ananda said to the Lord Buddha, Venerable Sir, may the Lord Buddha remind for and one kappa. May the one well gone remind for one kappa. For the benefit of the many, for the happiness of the many, out of sympathy for the world, for the welfare, benefit, and happiness of human beings and devas. And Lord Buddha, after listening this sound, Bhante Ananda requested, Bhante Ananda already asked from the Lord Buddha, this is, please leave one more kappa. It is good for the human being, good for the devas, good for the everyone. Everyone will be happy. Everyone will be good for them to practice Dhamma. This way, Bhante Ananda requested from the Buddha. Not one time. Then Lord Buddha mentioned, enough now, Ananda, don't beg the Tathagata. Ananda, don't ask, don't beg me. Now is not the time for begging this Tathagata. This is not the time to begging. The time already over. Because Lord Buddha already, when he was the Chapala Chaitya, before the relinquished lifespan, already passed the hint for the Bhante Ananda, already passed the message for the Bhante Ananda, but Bhante Ananda could not understood about the meaning of that hint. But he noted, requested. At that time, Lord Buddha already relinquished the lifespan, already promised to the Mara and already decided, already determined. After 3 months, I am going to Parinibbāna. Then Lord Buddha again after listening some explanation, then Bhante Ananda want to request, want to ask things. That's why Lord Buddha mentioned, enough now, Ananda, don't beg the Tathagata. Now is not the time for begging the Tathagata. Now already time over. Then the second time, in the third time, Venerable Ananda said to the Lord Buddha, Venerable Sir, may the Blessed One remind for the one kappa. May the one well gone remind for kappa. For the benefit of the many, for the happiness of the many, out of sympathy for the world, for the welfare, benefit, and happiness of human beings and devas. Now you see, the Bhante Ananda requested from the Lord Buddha not only one time, not the second time, third time. Ananda, do you know conviction in the Tathagata's awakening? Yes, Venerable Sir. Then why, Ananda, do you harass the Tathagata up to 3 times? Ananda, you know about the Lord Buddha's the situation. Lord Buddha, why you ask the 3 times? Why you giving the trouble for us, for me? This way Lord Buddha asked from the Bhante Ananda. The face to face with the Blessed One, have I heard this? Face to face, have I received this? Anyone, Ananda, in whom the 4 bases of power and developed purpose, given a means of transport, given a grounding, studied, consolidated, and well undertaken, could, if he wanted, remain for one kappa or the remainder of one kappa in the Tathagata Ananda. The four bases of power are developed. Now you see, the Lord Buddha mentioned, if Ananda, if someone want to stay one more kappa in the world, they want to practice four iddhipada, four type of power. But our Bodhisattva already practiced before. Because of the power of the four bases of power, then he can, if he have mind, he can remind, he can, yeah, he can stay the one more kappa. He can live one more kappa. But the Lord Buddha already explained to the Bhante Ananda, but Bhante Ananda could not understand at that time. That's why Lord Buddha explained. Then Lord Buddha want to explain to Bhante Ananda, Ananda, I already passed the hint for you about the this thing, but you could not understand. This is your own doing. Ananda, you are the mistake, not the my mistake. Then Lord Buddha already told to Ananda, Ananda, when I pass the hint for you regarding the power of the four bases of power, but you could not understand. You could not request it for me. But this is your this wrong doing is your, and you are the mistake, not the my mistake. Means Lord Buddha already told to the Bhante Ananda. Actually, the Lord Buddha want to remind for the Bhante Ananda, Ananda, not only this time. I already told you many times in the many places. On one occasion, Ananda, I was staying near Rajagaha on Vulture Peak Mountain. There I address you. Vulture Peak Mountain is refreshing. Ananda, anyone, Ananda, in whom the four bases of power are purposed, given a means of transport, given a grounding, studied, conciliated, and well undertaken, could, if he wanted, remain for one kappa or the remainder of one kappa. In the Tathagata Ananda, the four bases of power are developed. Now you see, the Lord Buddha already told to the Bhante Ananda before. Our Lord Buddha was staying near Rajagaha on Vulture Peak Mountain. At that time also, Lord Buddha already passed the hint, explained for the Bhante Ananda about the power of the four iddhipada, and what is the benefit of the four iddhipada. And not only one time, the Lord Buddha want to remind Bhante Ananda, Ananda, on one occasion, Ananda was staying near the Rajagaha at the Gautama banyan tree, Nigrodha Rama. Gautama Nigrodha Rama. Same way, right near Rajagaha at Robert Cliffs, Chor Papata. Right there near Rajagaha in Sattapanda cave. Right there near Rajagaha at the Black Rock on Isigili mountain, Halasila cave in the Isigili mountain. Right there near Rajagaha under the rock overhang at a serpent waterhole in the cool forest. Right there near Rajagaha at Tapoda Park. Right there near Rajagaha at the bamboo forest, the squirrel feeding ground. Right there near Rajagaha at Jivaka's mango grove. Right there near Rajagaha at the Mand Kuchi Deer Park. There are two. I address you. Now you see, Lord Buddha reminding Bhante Ananda, not only one time, not only one place. I already explained to you regarding about the last moment of the Tathagata, how we understand. But Ananda, I already remind you, I already explained to you about the in the Gautama banyan tree, under the Gautama banyan tree, near the Robert Cliff, Robert Cliffs, and the Satapanna cave, and the Black Rock on Isigiri Mountain, and rock overhang at Serpent's Waterhole in the cool forest. And same way in the Tapoda Park and Bamboo Forest, the squirrels feeding ground. But the and Jivaka mango grow. Now you see, Lord Buddha going remind to Bhante Ananda, not only one place. There are many places. I already explained you, but this is you are not understand. This is your wrongdoing. And Ananda, you are the mystic. Lord Buddha mentioned, this is you are the problem, not the my problem. Lord Buddha already explained Bhante Ananda. The same way, on one occasion, Ananda, I was staying right here, Vesal, in the Udena shrine. Now, you see, now Lord Buddha going to remind Bhante Ananda. Ananda, this time also, not only one place, I already remind you, in the Vesali city at the Udena shrine, in the Gautamaka shrine, the Sattamba shrine, the many sun shrine, Bahuputtaka pagoda, and Sarandada shrine. Now you see, everywhere Lord Buddha addressed the Bhante Ananda in the Chapala Chaityas, and addressed to Ananda today. The Vesal is refreshing, Ananda refreshing too. Ananda, Udena shrine, the Gautama shrine, etc. explained. But anyway, Lord Buddha already explained about the power of the Iddhipada Dhamma. Because the who are developed the Chanda, Chitta, Viriya, Vimasa for Iddhipada, because of the power of the Iddhipada Dhamma, they can, if Lord Buddha want to stay, live in the one kappa or more than one kappa, he can live. This is Lord Buddha's the power of the four Iddhipada, power of the Kusala, power of the Punya. Now, but anyway, Bhante Ananda also not request anything. He could not understand the meaning. Then Lord Buddha told to him, Dukkhatang Ananda for you, means the wrongdoing in your Ananda, you are the mistake. And then Lord Buddha already told to the Bhante Ananda. But then Ananda haven't cautioning, pointed out different becoming, separate becoming, otherwise becoming of all that is dear and appealing. What else is there no expect that of anything born, become, fabricate, subject to disintegration. You might say, oh, may it not disintegrate, the possibility doesn't exist. And that is what is the Tathagata has gotten right off, vomited up, released, abandoned. Anyway, this meaning the Lord Buddha already, Ananda, the Lord Buddha mentioned, Lord Buddha remind to Ananda about the everything. Then Lord Buddha told to the Ananda, everything I already remind you and already explained before, but Ananda not yet requested. Then after that, Lord Buddha mentioned Ananda, everything's the unpermanent, and everything already become anicca and dukkha anatta. And another, this is a time to relinquish my lifespan. Uh, uh, anyway, definitely, I am going to Parinibbāna after 3 months. This way, Lord Buddha explained briefly for the Bhante Ananda. Then Ananda also now cannot do anything. Then the Lord Buddha after that, come now Ananda, we will head for the great uh, goblet hall in the great forest. Now Lord Buddha going to Mahavana Kutagara hall, the Kutagara hall. As you say, Venerable Sir, and Ananda responded to the blessed one. Then Lord Buddha going to the Vesali city, and in the deep forest, great forest, they have the one of the hall. After go there, now then the blessed Lord Buddha together with Bhante Ananda went to the forest, the hall. On arrival, the blessed one said to the Bhante Ananda, "Go Ananda, have all the monks living in the dependence of on Vesali gather at the assembly hall." Now Lord Buddha told to Bhante Ananda, "Ananda, please call to everyone who all the monks who stay around the Vesali city, please call to the assembly hall." Uh, After the having had all the monks living in dependence of on Vesali gather at the assembly hall, approached the blessed one. On arrival, having bowed down to the Lord Buddha, he stood to one side. As he was standing there, he said to the blessed one, "The Sangha of monk has gathered. Lord, may the blessed one do what he thinks it is now the time to do." Now, actually, the Lord Buddha want to give some Dhamma talk. Want to explain something for the bhikkhus, because this is a last advice for the Vesali citizen, for the who are staying around the Vesali. This is the last advice from the Buddha. That's why Lord Buddha told the Bhante Ananda to gather to the call to everyone to stay in the assembled hall. Then the blessed one went to the assembled hall, and on arrival sat down on the seat laid out. Having sat down, he addressed the monk. "Monk, the qualities I have taught, I having know them directly. You should grasp them truly, cultivate them, develop them, possess them, so that this holy life may long endure and remain steadfast for the benefit, welfare, and happiness of the multitude, out of sympathy for the world, for the benefit, welfare, and happiness of human beings and devas, and which are the qualities I have taught." Now Lord Buddha told remind for the monk, they have a lot of good qualities you should develop. After developing, after cultivate them, good for you and not only for you, welfare and happiness of the many people, and sympathy for the world, and for the benefit and welfare and happiness of human beings and devas. What are the those are qualities. Now Lord Buddha going to explain. There are 37 enlightenment factors. Briefly they say, for establishing of mindfulness, for right exertion, for the bases of power, the 5 faculties, the 5 energy, the 7 factor of awakening, the noble eightfold path. These are the qualities I have taught. Having know them directly, that you should grasp thoroughly, cultivate, develop, and purpose, so that this holy life may long endure and remain steadfast for the benefit, welfare, and happiness of the multitude, out of sympathy for the world, for the benefit, welfare, and happiness of human beings and devas. Now, Lord Buddha mentioned to the everyone, after cultivate there are 37 of enlightenment factors. This one benefit for you, not only for you, for the all the world. What are the 37 enlightenment factors? Now, the first of all, you have to know the briefly, namely, what are the enlightenment factors. Now, we already categorize the according title, the 4 foundation of mindfulness, satipatthana. They are in briefly, body, feeling, mind, and Dhamma. Right? Exertion, the sammapadhana, prevent unarisen evil, abandon arisen evil, arouse unarisen good, cultivate arisen good. Base of success, desire, energy, mind, and wisdom. There are 5 faculties, indriya: faith, energy, mindfulness, concentration, and wisdom. 4 power, 4 bala: faith, energy, mindfulness, concentration, and wisdom. There are 7 factors of enlightenment, bojjhanga: mindfulness, investigation of Dhamma, energy, rapture, tranquility, concentration, equanimity. Noble Eightfold Path, Attangika Arya Magga: right view, right intention, right speech, right action, right livelihood, right effort, right mindfulness, right concentration. All totally there are 37 factors of enlightenment. Now, Bodhipakkhya Dhamma. Now, those are Bodhipakkhya Dhamma. We can make the category, we can make the summary. There are 14 states. Bodhipakkhya Dhamma into the 14 state. Ultimate realities from according to the Visuddhi Magga. Now you see about the Virya, there are 9 places. Yeah, Virya is 9 places. What are the 9? But 4 Sammapadhana and the one of the Iddhipada. Sorry, yeah, Iddhipada. One of the Indriya, one of the Bala, one of the Bojjhanga, and one of the Magdanga Samma Vayam. There are 9 places. About the Sati, there are 8 places. 4 Satipatthana. Same way, one of the Indriya, one of the Bala, one of the Bojjhanga, and one of the Eightfold Path. But the Panya, there are 5 places. 5 places. The one of the Vimansa, we call Vimansa is Iddhipada. Panya is one of the Indriya, one of the Bala. Dhamma, which is some Bojjhanga, but the second Bojjhanga of the Bojjhanga. And Samadhi, the first factor, first factor of the Eightfold Path, first path of the Eightfold Path. But the Samadhi, there are 4 places. One of the Indriya, one of the Bala, one of the Bojjhanga, one of the Magganga. But the Saddha, there are 2 places. One of the Indriya and one of the Bala. Chanda is only one of the Iddhipada. Chitta also one of the Iddhipada. Piti one of the Bojjhanga. Passaddhi also one of the Bojjhanga. Upekka also one of the Bojjhanga. Vitakka also one of the Magganga, Samma Sankappa. Now you see, according to the Visuddhi Magga, we can the classification of 37 Bodhipakkhya Dhamma into 14 states. Now, according to the this meaning, now we have to understand about the Bodhipakkhya Dhamma. You should develop, you should cultivate. Actually, they have another notes, but we not yet sent to the sister failing to show the audience. But anyway, you try to get the brief meaning of the 37 Bodhipakya Dhamma. Example, about the first one, Virya. Now, according to the brief, Virya is energy. Now, if someone want to practice Dhamma, want to develop Dhamma, without energy, without Virya, we cannot do anything. Every time, whatever we are going to do, everything we have to with the Virya. Virya is more important for us to develop and cultivate wholesome. This is very important for us. Second one is sati. Sati is a mindfulness. The mindfulness, especially explained in the Mahāsatipatthāna Sutta. How about the according to the meditation subject, there are 21 meditation subject. They're giving the Lord Buddha in the Mahāsatipatthāna Sutta about the Ānāpānasati method. Now we know about the posture, the Iriyapata method, and the Sati Sampajanya method, and same way fullness method, 32 parts method, and the same 4 element meditation method, and the 9 type of Asubha method, same way feeling, and the Vedana, and same way the mind, and about the Dhamma under the 5 hindrance, aggregates, Pojjanga enlightenment factors, and bases, and 4 noble 4 satya, 4 noble truth. Yeah, 4 noble truth. Those are explaining about the under the sati. The sati also very important for us to develop. Without if someone doesn't have sati, mindfulness, he cannot practice meditation. He cannot develop meditation. That's why the sati also very important for us. Same way panya. Panya is also more important. Without panya, we cannot do anything. The panya is the main guide of us to cultivate the all other enlightenment factors. The same way samadhi, concentration, and the same way about the saddha, faith. The same way about the chanda is desire. Same way the chitta, wholesome. Same way the piti is a rapture. The same way pasad is a tranquility, and upekka and vitakka. Those are enlightenment factors we should cultivate. Example, according to the Abhidhamma, we are explaining about the wholesome mind. One example in the first wholesome mind, Somanasa Sahagata Jnana Sampayutta Asankharika mind. The one consciousness arising with wisdomful, unprompted. That consciousness not arising alone. The enlightenment, the Chetasika mental factors also arising together with the wholesome mind. All other mental factors are, we can call all the good qualities, not the defilement. They are good qualities. Good qualities arising with the wholesome mind. Now in the Abhidhamma, in the Dhammasangani first book also explaining, within the first wholesome mind, arising the sati, mindfulness, arising virya, energy, arising wisdom, panya, arising concentration, samadhi, arising faith, the saddha, arising desire, chanda, arising wholesome chitta, and arising piti, the rapture. and arising passaddhi, tranquility, and arising upekka, equanimity. Actually, the equanimity, upekka, and arising vitakka is the initial application. Now, all are the qualities arising together with the wholesome. Now, that's why the Lord Buddha mentioned we have to cultivate wholesome. Then every time, because of the wholesome mind can produce the dosa enlightenment factors. When we are cultivating wholesome means the automatically the enlightenment factors also arising together, arising with us. That's why later also when we are reading the Dhamma Sangani first book, in the first chapter, the Chitta Bhakti, under the Chitta, they are explaining all are the consciousness and mental factors, especially in the when we are cultivating the wholesome. Those are the good qualities arising together with the wholesome mind. So that's why Lord Buddha encouraged to the all bhikkhus who is in the Vesali city, all bhikkhus, you should try to accumulate. Those are the 37 enlightenment factors, all are good qualities, because after the cultivated those are qualities, you can develop your mind. The you can keep longer your holy life, brahmacharya life, and remain steadfast for the benefit, welfare, and happiness of the multitude, out of sympathy for the world, for the benefit, welfare, and happiness of human beings and devas. This way Lord Buddha explained for the all the monk. This is this is a last advice for the Vesali citizen, Vesali bhikkhus. After that, the Lord Buddha, then the Blessed One addressed the monk. I exhort you, monk, all fabrication are subject to decay, which consummation through heedfulness. It won't be long until the Tathagata's total unbinding. In 3 months' time from now, the Tathagata will totally unbind. Now, Lord Buddha told to the admonish for the bhikkhus, you should practice Dhamma, you should do the good thing. This is I am also especially you should practice heedful practice, apamada. This is very important for the everyone. Actually, that sutta also not mentioned. Our Lord Buddha 3 times a day, always admonish for the bhikkhus about appamada. There are 6 type of sentences, very important. Appamadena bhikkhave sampadeta. Dear bhikkhus, you should practice heedfully. Why? There are 6 reasons. Dullabho buddhu pado. The Lord Buddha's appear is very rare in the world. Dullabho buddhu pado lokasmin. Dullabho manusatta patilabho. Get the human life also very rare. Dullabha kana sampatti. We get get the perfect human life also very rare. Very, very rare to get the perfect human life. Dullabha pabbajja. The monk life also very rare. Become the monk also very rare. And dullabha saddhamma savana. The listening Dhamma also very rare. And dullabho sappurusha sansevo. The associating a good friend also very rare. Now this way Lord Buddha mentioned there are 6 very rare things for us. That's why this, because of that, this six one we call heedful practice, appamada. That's why we have to practice Dhamma diligently. Then that is what the blessed one said. Having said that, one will go on said further. Lord Buddha mentioned the one thing: young and old, wise and foolish, rich and poor, all end up dying. Now you see, very important thing, no? Same way, as old and up dry. As a potter, as clay vessels, large or small, fire and unfire, all end up broken. So to life, heads to death. Now you see, the teacher said further. Now Lord Buddha mentioned one of the important gatha. Paripakko vayo maihang parittammam jevitang pahayavo gamisami katamme saranamattano appamatta satimanto susila hota bhikkave susamahita sankappa sachitta manurakkata yo imasmin dhamma vinaye appamatto vihesati pahaya jati sansarang dukkha santang karissati. Paripakko vayo maihang parittamam jivitang, ripe my age, I already getting old. Little the life remaining to me. Now still my lifespan very little. Leaving you, I will go, having made my refuge for myself. Now I have to leave you, and I will go, I having made my refuge for myself. Then Lord Buddha give advice: appamatta sati manto, you should be heedful monk, and sati manto, mindful, susila, virtuous, and susamahita sankappa, with your resolvers well concentrated. Satchitaman rakkata, look after your mind. Now you see, Lord Buddha mentioned, you always try to be heedful and mindful, virtuous, and your resolvers well concentrated. Look after your mind. He who in this Dhamma and Vinaya. Now you must mean Dhamma Vinaya apmattu vihesati. Someone practicing heedfully, Dhamma and Vinaya remains heedful, living the wandering on through the birth will make an end of stress. Means if someone want to get the free from all suffering, you should practice Dhamma, you should practice heedful Dhamma in the sasana. Then after practice Dhamma, you can get the free from whole samsara life. Now, according to the Lord Buddha's meaning, the Lord Buddha give advice for us. Important thing, the Lord Buddha also mentioned, this is a time to go. This is a time to leave you, and this is a time to this is now Lord Buddha mentioned, I am also old, and no time, my life also very limited, and I have to pass away after 3 months. This is a meaning. But anyway, Lord Buddha told to them, you should practice Dhamma diligently, especially Appamada and Sati, Sila and Virya, and especially the Samadhi. Those are qualities you should develop. After practicing Dhamma, one day you can get the free, attain the Nibbāna after free from all suffering. Now, but the samsara also very suffering. If someone want to get the free from samsara life and free from the uh, uh, living the wonder now free from the physical pain and mental pain. And if someone want to get the free from the five aggregates, the suffering of five aggregates, then you should practice Dhamma. This is Lord Buddha's meaning. Now, after we discussing about this paragraph, we can understand what is the important thing. Lord Buddha always encourage every monk to practice Dhamma. Actually, especially the 37 enlightenment factors they are explaining. If someone want to practice all Dhamma, then you can, according to the Lord Buddha's meaning, Lord Buddha mentioned there are 10 types of meritorious deeds. There are dana, sila, meditation, etc. After all other, according to the meritorious deeds, we can accumulate wholesome. There are different type of wholesome mind, wholesome chitta. After we accumulate the wholesome, we can get the successful and stable mind. After stable mind means you can penetrate the Dhamma deeply, because after you are successful your concentration, you can see the what is the nama rupa, mentality and materiality. What are the aggregates, five aggregates, and what are the bases, what are the elements, everything you can see the systematically. After you practice the vipassana, after you contemplate anicca, dukkha and anatta diligently again and again, then after the power of the vipassana, you can enter the noble, you can enter the nibbana, means you can enter the sotapatti magga, you can reach the sotapatti magga, phala, etc. Then that's why Lord Buddha give for the last advice for the Vesali bhikkhus and encourage for them to practice 37 enlightenment factors, Bodhipakya Dhamma. So we also try to get this meaning, and we also try to develop the 37 enlightenment factors. And the same way, our Lord Buddha and Buddha's great disciple and other disciple and everyone also practice 37 enlightenment factors. Without practicing 37 Bodhipakya Dhamma, we cannot enter the Nibbana. We cannot reach to Nibbana. Everyone must practice 37 Bodhipakya Dhamma. This is the meaning. Anyway, today also we finished the Tatya Bhanavaru, the third Bhanavara. Now, I think already according to the Mahāparinibbāna Sutta, we explained the one Bhanavara we call the 8,000 syllables, no? Symbol, alphabets. There are now already 3 Bhanavara finished according to that Sutta. Now the next time we also can explain regarding Chattaru Arya Dhamma, 4 noble doctrine. What are the 4 noble doctrine according to that Sutta explain? Briefly, the Sila, Samadhi, Panya and Vimukti. The Sila we know about the morality, Samadhi is a concentration, Panya is a wisdom, and Vimukti is a liberation. Now the 4 type of Dhamma, without knowing these 4, we cannot get the free from samsara. If someone want to get the free from samsara life, you have to throw out the samsara. you should develop this 4 Dhamma. This is the next paragraph. Chattaro Arya Dhamma. In the our Lord Buddha was live in the Bandagama. At that time, Lord Buddha gave the admonition for the bhikkhus about the regarding 4 Dhamma. This one also we know. We no need to explain about the 4 Dhamma. Okay, according to the Mahāparinibbāna Sutta, about the Chattaro Arya Dhamma is the next paragraph. But after that, the Lord Buddha mentioned about the 4 Mahāpadesa. This one also quite different, but maybe we can continue this paragraph maybe next time. Chattaro Mahāpadesa. Okay. Now about the Chattaro Mahāpadesa we can explain later. But today, Arya Dhamma also we no need to explain. Everyone can understand after reading that sutta also. But the Sila Samadhi Panya and Vimukti. So today also we explain and listening Lord Buddha's teaching, and especially in the Satipa, according to the Mahāparinibbāna Sutta, some important Dhamma we discuss. After listening Dhamma and after sharing Dhamma, we accumulate wholesome power of this wholesome. We will be the healthy. We can get the good life. May all of you be healthy. May all of you be well and happy. May all of you be free from all suffering and attain Nibbana soon. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Brother Jyotika is asking this. I have copy it on the screen. The understanding is that the Buddha's lifespan will be about 80% as a law for that period. In the Dhamma talk, it is shown that Buddha on many occasions hinted Bhante Ananda on the possibility of the Buddha can live longer. Why so? This hinting and the 80% rule seems to be contradicting each other. Next, if it is a law, why it is written that it is Bhante Ananda's fault of not requesting? Yeah, this is from Brother Jyotika.
Yes, actually, Lord Buddha already already explained to the Bhante Ananda many places regarding 4 Iddhipada. Who practice 4 Iddhipada, who develop 4 Iddhipada, then if he want, he can live longer. Means this is a meaning. But Bhante Ananda already know, but last moment when the Lord when Bhante Ananda know this is not the time to request to Buddha to stay longer, because the Bhante Ananda also know the Lord Buddha already explained before earlier time. Then Bhante Ananda know this is not the time to request to Buddha. But anyway, last moment, 3 months before passed away, Lord Buddha, when he reminded the Bhante Ananda, passed the hint, understand, because Mara controlling the Bhante Ananda's mind. That's why Bhante Ananda not pay attention to the Lord Buddha's word. That's why he noted request. Actually, according to the way, we have to understand every Buddha's live 80% of the lifespan in the world. This is a meaning, because more than 80% never ever live the Lord Buddha in the world. We never heard, because in the previous or in the past also many lot of Buddhas appear, no? But every Buddhas also spend the lifespan will be about the 80% of the human life being. That's why according to the meaning, we have to understand our Lord Buddha also cannot live more than 80%. That's why I cannot say the karma cover but I can say the Mara cover the Bhante Ananda's mind. This is the meaning.
Okay, another question. Is relics only appears on noble person, or relics also can appear in Putujana? Relics, Bante.
Only normal person, because we have to respect for the noble person's relics only, not for others.
But would it appear? Putujana?
The usually relics appear only for noble person, cannot
Only
appear for the Putujana.
Okay. Yes. Okay. Okay.
But the relics means because the some bone parts also we have in the Putujana, but those are we cannot say relics.
Okay.
There must be relics for the noble person.
Okay. Thank you, Bante. Yeah, Sister Ching, can you on the mic?
Good afternoon, Bante. Bante, sorry,
Yes, sister.
Bante was explaining durable. Can Bante please say again, repeat again, what are the 6 durables that the Buddha would usually preach?
Yeah, Dullabo Buddhu Pado Lokasmin. In the world, appearing Buddha is very rare. Dullabo Buddhu Pado Lokasmin. Dullabo Manusatta Patilabo. Get the human life, also very rare. And the Dullaba Pabbajja. Very rare to get the monk life. The bhikkhu life also very rare. And Dullaban Sadhamma Dullabha Kana Sampatti means the get the perfect, the complete human life is also very rare, because sometimes we can handicap, or maybe adapt, or maybe the damage the body, the perfect human life is also very rare. And the Dullabhan Sadhamma Savana, listening Buddha's pure teaching, also Dullabha, the rare. And Dullabho Sappur Sansevo, associating the good person, also Kalyana Mitta, also very rare. There are 6. Buddha appear and get human life and perfect human life, monk life, and listening Dhamma and associating good friend. They are the 6.
Okay, thank you very much, Bante.
Idam me punyang asavakkaya vahang hotu. Idam me punyang nibbānassa paccayo hotu. Mama punya bhavang sabba sattanang bhajemi te sabbe me samang punya bhagang labhantu. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Sukhi hotu, nibbāna paccayo hotu.
See you, Bante. Thank you, Bante.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Sukhi hotu.